Yes. Have a
Get it
great
out.
show,
Yeah.
everyone. Sparkle, sparkle.
There was a time our border ran free and wide, no walls, no fences, neighbors living side by side, poutine and burger shared through snow and rain. We fought the same wars and carried the same pain, but an orange man came pounding on our door with 51st state fantasies we won't ignore. We're done with the sorries and keeping the peace. Canadian resistance, it's time to gather the beast. Not your 51st state, that fantasy is lost. We'll kick the orange man out at any cost. Beavers build, moose charge, rangers lead the way. Canada stays ours, come what may.
It's all here, officer. I'm just a tourist.
Sorry, sir. No Americans allowed.
Our beavers build a dam along the line, the most beautiful border wall of all time. Moose block the highways with a 1,000-pound stare. Grizzlies chase off whoever stuck out there. Raccoons rig the traps with their clever paws. Geese fly in B formation, enforcing nature's laws. No more sorry and no more please. We will bring the big talker to his knees. Not your 51st state, that fantasy is lost. We'll kick the orange man out at any cost. Beavers build, moose charge, rangers lead the way. Canada stays ours, come what may. Come what may. Rangers scout the border with a steady eye. Hockey players hold their ground beneath Canadian sky. Tim's at dawn keeps the resistance alive. Double-doubles carry us through the night. Lobsters move deep down on the ocean floor. They cut the neighbor's fiber to our shore. Our patience is gone, politeness cast away. Your endless greed ends here today. Not your 51st state, that fantasy is lost. We'll kick the orange man out at any cost. Beavers build, moose charge, rangers lead the way. Canada stays ours, come what may. Come what may.
Oh,
I think the Canadians had something they wanted to say to
I
the
think so,
47th President of the
too.
United States, Chucky Poo.
Mm-hmm. When I saw that balloon collapse, I kept thinking about all that hot, toxic gas being released into the atmosphere. Whoa.
Goodness.
Oh, look at you with your beautiful
Fluffy
hair.
mind.
Oh, you look great today.
Oh, thank you.
Great.
It's amazing what you accomplish when you brush your hair.
Oh, really? I got to try that sometime.
Yes. So how are you doing, Chuck? How have you enjoyed the week? It looks like all kinds of crazy things are going on.
Yes.
You know, the floor director, Joel, we came on, Chucky Poo and I, we usually get here 15 minutes early. We go through testing the mic and all of that fun stuff.
All that fun
We
stuff.
saw that, everybody give a shout out to Joel Tilson, the official floor director for the Oracle of Whimsy. When I saw how many questions the floor director had, I thought, oh, it's going to be a good show. It's gonna be a good show.
My God. I knew that when I got up this morning, we were going to have a big show.
Yes. And of course, we have a lot of new changes going on. We had a very nice interview with Kat Cook. You want to talk a little bit about that before we make any announcements?
It's so much fun doing that interview with Kat. And that was, I think, the first time we've ever pre-recorded an interview. We had to do that out of necessity because Kat Cook, remember you said Kat Cook lives in South Africa, 10 hours away. So we interviewed 10 in the morning, but played it after the show. And I just loved it. It was fun to just sit back and watch it.
Yeah, Rainbow Weather and catcook.com to find out more about yoga retreats and spiritual path work that she does. If you love this kind of spiritual work that she's doing with the yoga and the connecting to nature and the mystical spiritual places, then you will definitely want to connect with Cat Cook. And of course, catcook.com. All of her information is pinned on the top of Taco Tuesday's interview, because of course she was our Taco Tuesday's Book of the Month selection.
And it was delightful. Her book was like a vicarious trip to Ireland.
Oh my God. And it really felt like the story she told. Enter scene 2, you know, Sheila's wedding, or, you know, like, and then she would like enter and everything would be set.
Yes.
Everything and all these characters that came straight out of like central casting, and then you just go into it, and every stone had a symbolism. And people chasing after stones, trying to find out the symbolism of every single stone. What a great book.
I thought it was terrific. And we have another book.
Yes, let's go ahead and thank you, Chuck. Chuck keeps me on my toes. Whimsy, you've got to announce. Yes, we have selected a winner for the late February, March selection. Dun, 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 dun. We should probably do some. You should want to do drum beats when we announce. There we go. So, congratulations to C.E. Flores. C.E. Flores, congratulations. You have been selected as our next book of the month, The Kingsman's Gold. Damn, do I love these kinds of stories. And the A.L. Stoneman investigation. Damn, I love these stories. Anything that has to do with, you know, going into other cultures and finding missing treasure, it just drives me crazy. It's my favorite. You know, I just love finding lost treasure, and particularly when there's a cultural aspect to it.
Anything that takes you to a different world.
Like when we did 1001 Nights, you know, that book where we got back in time to the ancient story. I just love this stuff. Anyway, so let me read you guys a little bit about the next book. I know some of you have gone ahead. Some of you guys just ordered right away, but some of you haven't ordered yet. The new book. I
need to order.
Yeah, you can order it, and then
I may order it right now as we speak.
And send the receipt to the office. Private investigator A.L. Stoneman has landed a new investigation to locate the lost gold known as the Kingsman's Gold. I love this stuff. That takes him across South Texas and northern Mexico. That's the other thing. I love when they take you on location to a scene or a country, and you get to really feel the terrain. So this story takes place in South Texas and North Mexico, which is a really magical. Thank you.
I just bought it.
Yeah, let me know the price, and it'll get killer. It's a dangerous world. So he winds up in the middle of this world with all of this crazy intrigue and various different families and all this ancient stuff going on, because, you know, there's a lot of medicine that happens in South Texas and North Mexico. This is also an area where we see some of the shamans that are doing with the, you know, tales with Don Juan. Yeah. You know, Carlos Castaneda, that kind of stuff. I mean, like, this is some good stuff. Little does he know that his client has withheld critical information about the history of the gold. And the gold, it must rely on his unusual abilities, speaking with ghosts, to uncover the truth piece by piece to locate the gold. So he talks to the spirits as an investigator when he goes into these areas to try and locate these missing artifacts. Damn, it's a great book.
I'm going to love it.
You will. I know your personality. You're going to very much love this book. So that's our book of the month, and hopefully we'll have C.E. Flores in
Mine arrives in 2 days.
Next month. So that's exciting. It's exciting as hell. Of course, later on today, we have an amazing astrologer that will be showing up, and we'll be doing some interpretations. A lot of crazy stuff going on with the the Fire Horse 2026. It has already hit the House of Mountbatten, Windsor. You know that Andrew, formerly known as Prince, is a metal rat. I believe he was born February 20th, 1960. I'll ask the astrologer for sure, but he is a metal rat, and boy, is he melting under the power of that fire horse.
Today is his 66th birthday. And,
it's the 19th, pardon me.
Yeah.
So he was arrested on his frickin' birthday?
He was arrested on his frickin' birthday, 8 a.m. this morning, British time. There was a whole convoy unmarked police cars outside on the property, and they came in and arrested him. Even King Charles and the royal family was not warned beforehand of this. It was a surprise arrest. Did you see the picture of Andrew, the man formerly known as Prince?
I'm in shock, to be honest with you. And now they're saying that there's a real possibility that if Trump lands on soil, if he lands on, yes, and you want to know why? You don't want to know why? It's because if these people were engaging in crimes with somebody that was, a member of that country, or if it took place in that country, all of his co-conspirators, everybody that was at those parties, they're getting arrested. Anybody that knew anybody. And this, of course, is why Ghislaine Maxwell is saying that there's a real good chance she's probably going to get murdered, that she's never going to see the light of day. I don't know. What do you think, Chuck?
Well, first of all, I had not heard that she had said that, but that makes a lot of sense. She probably is fearful for her life right now, understandably so. But no, this is astounding. This is just devastating to the British royal family. This is the first immediate member of the royal family to be arrested in 400 years. The last time it happened was, ironically, King Charles I.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. He was beheaded. He was beheaded.
Yeah, this is the last time it ever happened. So this is really unprecedented in modern times. And, we've talked before about how the royal family has been on thin ice for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I realized this morning when I was watching the news, I was thinking, what made the royal family survive as long as it did? First of all, Queen Elizabeth II, but also the mystique of the royal family, the idea that the royal family was somehow kind of above it all. And this just shatters everything. This just, I don't know how they're going to survive this. With there's already such public distrust in the royal family, and and people frustrated. Their tax dollars are they're going to support them.
It's horrible to see the film footage. I mean, of the king leaving his home and people screaming, "Down with the crown! Down with the crown! Get out!" And one guy was screaming, "Get out! Get out!" Like, they are so get out of our country. I mean, like, I couldn't believe what was coming out of the mouths of the Brits. Get out of our country. Get your dirty
they would never
family out of our country. Get out. I mean, they are literally saying, we want to expel you from Britain. All of you, get out.
Yeah.
Down with the crown.
I was reading today that when Charles was jeered for one of the first times around Andrew, it was the very next day that he stripped Andrew of all of his titles.
Oh my God.
And I guess he was hoping that was going to be enough action, but obviously it was not going to keep this off, because, it's all the emails that came to light in the latest batch that was released for the Epstein files. It's just showing a lot of unscrupulous behavior. When he was, he was considered a public officer. He was like an ambassador, to help further the cause of the British economy around the world. And so there were all these meetings with top officials in different countries. Turns out Andrew was sending all that to Epstein. Highly confidential information.
Could you go into that a little bit? Because I think people are a little bit confused about what exactly he's being accused of.
He's being accused. The charge is misconduct in public office. And that refers to a serious, willful abuse or neglect of the power or responsibilities that the public office held. And, while it may not specifically define what a public officer is, it's pretty much conclusive that a politician or a member of the royal family with that kind of duty and responsibility would fall under that guideline. So that's what he's being charged with right now.
Okay, got it. And I think that the thing that blew me away was that I had been talking to astrologers and people, and I know that we have Joyce Petrus in the studios. Joyce Petrus is in the studios. I know many of you are excited about that, the astrologer. And so
looked at Andrew's
probably going to be the resident astrologer here at our show. So that's kind of exciting. But Yeah, I'm really, that's later in the show. We're going to get through people's questions and then we'll bring her on, because I was shocked when I found out that he was, in fact, a metal rat. And we had been talking about this being the hardest
I'm a
year for the
metal
metal
rat.
rat. Yeah, but with you, I think don't you think it's going to be a lot easier for good people?
I hope so.
You're getting nervous after this?
No,
He's getting a little
I'm a
nervous,
good
like, this stuff is
person.
real.
I'm a good person.
Well, I can't imagine you even hurting a fly. I mean,
I wouldn't.
would you kill a fly or would you catch it and release it?
Well, in honesty, I have killed flies. Okay, I admit it. I've killed flies.
I'm studying Jainism, and I have nothing but respect for the people who practice Jainism, and they will not hurt anything. They will not even eat yogurt, because if it has to be fresh yogurt, because they don't want to kill any microbes. They won't eat a root vegetable because it kills the plant.
Yeah.
It hurts the microbes. And I'm thinking, me and cheeseburgers. I mean, it's like, my weaknesses.
Onion rings and cheeseburgers.
I had a cheeseburger today. I made a homemade cheeseburger.
Oh, well, Whimsy, we've always taught it's about moderation. As long as you adhere primarily to your diet, your 80% plant-based diet, you can cheat once in a while.
Yeah,
right?
Let's go ahead and start getting to people's questions. We'll say
Okay.
hi to everybody before we get started. We can, of course, let's see what people say.
Per Joel Tilson, just heard some Democrats and independents are boycotting the State of the Union. Among them is Senator Jeff Meckley, our own Oregon senator. I wonder if there could be some type of reading in regards to this. I saw that today. I even saw one report that the entire Democratic Party may boycott the State of the Union address.
Wow,
I don't know if that's constitutionally allowable.
I think that we've done it before, but we'll take a look. Chuck, it just dawned on me, we have not had you say hi to everybody. Can you take like a minute just to say hi to a couple
here,
of people?
Of course. And by the way, my contact lenses just arrived. I got a phone call before the show.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. So I hopefully we'll be able to see better the next show. But anyway, we have Lana 07061. We have Eleanor Wittering. We have let's see here. I'm so sorry about my eyes right now. Nancy Potter Johnson, and we have Ann Coleman 6064. I knew you were going to be in the audience, Ann. Yeah, we exchanged some messages today. We have Ann Dillon 899, Jalinda 5181. We have Sally Joe 4267. We have scrolling through the names here, Brenda Rakestraw, and of course our wonderful Joel Tilson, our floor director, who has given us lots of material to work with today.
Thank you, Joel.
Yeah. And let's see, we have Phoenix Night Rose 42. These are some great names here.
Yeah, well, I think we'll keep going. We'll keep saying hi as we go along. Let's go ahead and start with the first couple questions. Then we'll do the empath prayer. Of course, if anybody wants to receive a healing, you can give us our names or your name or the name of somebody you want us to pray for, and we can include them in our prayers. But let's get to some of these questions. And then
Joel Tilson is asking, what will happen to Andrew after being arrested?
Any intuition about that before we blitz away?
Other than the fact the man is just ruined. I said to you before the show, this has to be one of the most spectacular downfalls in history. The royal family, the first arrest of this kind in centuries. Nothing like this in modern times. What's left for him? I was reading today that if this goes to trial, and these charges are found to be serious enough, he could even be looking at potentially life in prison.
Well, that's what they're saying now. His co-conspirators like Trump and everybody else, if any of the women, they were abusing girls in those pageants. If any of those is a European citizen, like the girl out of Switzerland that was giving testimony that came out recently that works at a bank, these are members of the EU. You will frickin' be arrested.
Yeah.
These are if you sexually assaulted people that were members of the EU, yes, absolutely, the EU can put hands on you and arrest you.
You know, Whimsy,
And
would you
that seems to be what's happened with those beauty pageants. All those women
Yeah.
that came in from other countries to those teen beauty and
Yeah.
well, he owned so many, didn't he? I mean, like I don't even know.
I don't know how many. I know Miss Universe.
Yeah, so those
Yeah.
women claim sexual assault, and if they're going through their countries, then yes, they have grounds to arrest and charge.
Sure.
He's screwed.
Would
I think
you?
this is the beginning of the end for Trump because
yeah.
if we won't take control of him, Europe will.
Well, you know, we have said that on previous shows. We have done readings where NATO has basically said that you don't do something about your president, we're going to take care of him. And I'm wondering if this will just give further fuel to NATO to go after Trump.
God, what a crazy times we live in.
Oh, it's
all right. We are going to get to all of Joel's questions, and we're going to blitz away. Then we're going to bring Joyce on. Boy, what a crazy day it is.
What a day. Fire horse day.
It's so much fun. I'm so glad. I'm glad I at least have all of you as we bring in the empath's prayer. Be sure and tell us who you want us to pray for. We will pray for them.
Okay.
Okay. I want to call on white light protection for myself in this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together collectively as a community, we say Amen. And for those of you who are requesting a healing today, we come together as a community and we pray. We pray that you and those you love receive a perfect healing in mind, body, and in spirit. And together again, collectively, we say Amen, Amen, Amen. May all souls be healed. May all souls be healed. All right. So the first question out of the gate has to do with the future of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Let's throw some cards. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being. They should probably put that up for people to see what's going on. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, crazy. Oh.
Oh, looking good.
Well, I feel as him when I put myself in the shoes of being him that I got caught doing the same thing that everyone else is doing. Why are you pigeonhole? Why am I the one getting called out? I feel because I practice HCRV, I try to become the target. And I just want to say, when I put myself in the shoes of Andrew, that I find this absolutely ridiculous. If you're at a party and there's 10,000 people and I'm one of 10,000 people and everybody's doing it, why am I the one getting called out when you were all at the same party? So I feel like I have the lion, the brave heart in me. Feel like my mother's ghost or spirit is close to me, reminding me that I have a bit of the lion heart in me. So despite my fall from grace, I hear my mother's voice reminding me that no matter how tarnished I am, I will always be the child of lion heart. I will always be the lion-hearted. The people who are hurt the most are the people that believed in me, the people I lied to, my children. Yeah. My children believed my lies. The people around me are grieving over what I have done. I'm asking for mercy from my brother, the king. So my brother, the king, can do things in order to ensure that I'm pardoned. So he's asking for mercy and grace from the king.
Yeah. I don't see that happening.
Okay, boss.
I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Yeah, so,
No, I just meant that last part.
No. You're
Well,
right.
no,
You're
I
right.
agree with everything you said, but that last part, I think
He's not going to get what he wanted.
I think King Charles is going to be thinking of the monarchy and trying to save it. So that's the last thing in the world he would do, would be to pardon Andrew with so much public opinion against this. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to imply the rest of your reading, because I thought you were right on.
No, it's fine. But it's how he feels. Oh,
Yeah.
I'd feel the same way if I were him.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, I got like different batches of cards here. Like, first of all, it's his self-esteem, his survival is, he's fighting for his very survival right now. Self-esteem very low. I got leadership and family together. And that's obviously the royal family. Death. I don't mean that physical death, but
yeah, the betrayal. His children's lives have been destroyed, and he lied to them. That's what I'm getting.
That's what I'm getting from the death card here. But I thought it was interesting that leadership and family came out together. That's obviously referring to the royal family. And as far as what he's going through right now, shame, suffering, he's all alone right now. That's how he feels. He's all alone right now. Solitude. And this card, usually I get this card to mean something positive. In this case, I don't think it's so positive. I got the new life card, but this is not the new life that he would want by any means.
Because his new life is house arrest. So the first person that's going to visit him is probably the Archbishop of Canterbury. He needs to get a visit from the head of the church. The church needs to go and have a conversation. You know, everyone's blaming Israel, and they should, for Ehud Barak, even though Ehud Barak was kind of at war with the government at the time. But everybody wants to blame it on the Jews, right? Blame it on this. At the same time, the Church of England has some explaining to do, right? So this is their faith, and that is their church, and they are the heads of that church.
Yeah, that's right. The royal family is the head of the Church of England.
That's right. The king is the head, and he bestows it to the Archbishop, not the other way around. So it's King Henry's church. So I feel, as this individual, that I have to seek grace and mercy from the church. And so I think I'm going to be getting the Archbishop or somebody very important who specializes in counseling the royal family is going to pay a visit. And if he is under house arrest, which is entirely possible, that's pretty much going to be the only visit. He's going to have controlled visits. And because he's a sex offender, they're going to control what he can watch. And so he has some cushy prison where he's separated from everybody else, similar to what Maxwell has, and he can have visitations from the church. Read the Bible, study but that's pretty much what I see for Andrew.
Do you see that maybe as intentional rehabilitation of his image gradually over time, and by bringing the church into this?
I feel as the church that this is one of those dreadful things that I'm trained to do, is to go and speak to the grieving family. But if they have a family member who's in prison or incarcerated, this is no different. That is how I feel when I put myself in the shoes of the Archbishop and in the heads of the church. We do this. We go to people's home and we comfort parishioners when they're grieving because a family member has gone to prison or something like, and the trauma to the entire family. So we have counseled this before. It's just in this case, we're talking to Fergie and we're talking to Eugenia. It's a different group of people, but the underlining pain is the same. Your father's going to prison, and it's not only him that goes to prison, but the entire family goes to prison.
Oh yeah,
that is how this feels to me when I put myself in the shoes of the clergy that has to take on this task of counseling this family.
Yeah, I and also we've talked about this before, about the royal family being on thin ice. It just feels like I've always sensed that ever since Queen Elizabeth died, that the royal family was going to start breaking apart and going down the tubes like this, and it's happening pretty quickly.
And I think it's also time to examine religion, because, like you said, people are looking at Israel and is this the values of the Jewish state? And as an Israeli, I know it hits me particularly hard when something like this happens, because it's your country is in a bad light, and then the rest of us, it reflects our character as Israelis if somebody screws up, right? And so you have to do the internal work and say, what is this saying about our community, our country, our values? And the same has to go for Britain. This is your church. This is the leadership of your church. What are you going to do about it? And the same goes for Mohammed bin Salman and the Muslim community out of Saudi Arabia. That's, supposedly he's got a harem of sex slaves on an island somewhere, and something tells me they're not all there by consent. Or the bin Salman, the family out of the Zayed family out of United Arab Emirates. So this is blowing up. If they took people through Epstein and started picking and choosing pretty girls from pageants. Oh, I want her in my harem. I pick like they're at a candy store for billionaires and kidnapping these women and giving Epstein the money. Mm-hmm. And if that's what we're talking about, if that's what's going to blow up, and it looks like that could very well be what we're on the verge of, then princes and kings are going down. Mm-hmm. This is the beginning of the end.
This is just the beginning.
Families. Yes, because it's not the only royal that got stuck with this in this situation.
No. This is just I know it's a bad cliche, but it's the tip of the iceberg. We're just seeing the beginning of all of this. It's going to get much worse.
Yeah. We just lost Joyce.
Did we just lose Joyce? Hopefully we can get
make
her
sure
back.
she'll come back because her call time, we're going to have her on in about 8 minutes.
I was looking up to see if there were any other arrests in the royal family, and the only thing I could find, a few royal members had been charged for speeding tickets, and Princess Anne was convicted under the Dangerous Dogs Act in 2002 and fined £500 after her dogs bit 2 children in a park. That's the only
puppy dog, naughty Anne.
Yeah.
Well, here's how you redeem it. You kick everybody out and you keep Anne.
Mm-hmm. I like Princess Anne.
There you go. She's the only one. Everybody loves Anne. She's the only one.
She should have ascended to the throne.
Absolutely. Throw them all out and we'll keep Anne. And let her daughter let her daughter become queen. That's what I say. Throw the rest of them out.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good to me.
I mean, well, you could have William, but he's got some controversies and he's got some stuff in his closet too, like the racism, the fact that he treated Meghan Sussex as if she was an untouchable. Mm-hmm. That woman that this dark woman should touch me. He's got the same delusion as Andrew, that they are above us. And she's just, you use an actress for fun, but you don't marry them. Yeah. She's of a lesser class, that kind of a thing. So
I'm more surprised by by William, because he was raised by Diana. Diana certainly did not teach her children that.
No, Diana actually said, "You're no better than anyone else. She has a direct quote. She said, "You're no better than anyone else. You just have more opportunities."
Yeah,
actually, that's what she told her son Harry, and Harry quoted her.
Yeah, Diana used to take her 2 boys to soup kitchens, to serve food to the homeless, things like that. She wanted her children to see the real world. Where Andrew was raised just in total luxury, totally shielded. I mean, I've read that the Queen spoiled him the most of all of her children.
Yeah, I've heard that too. It looks like we don't have a visual on Joyce, and I don't know what's going on with her. Just to let you know, Chuck.
Hopefully, she can hear. Do you want me to text Joyce?
Well, what's going on here? Yeah, we've lost visual with her, and just because she's in our green room. The board of peace. What are you thinking about that, Chucky Poo?
The board of peace. Oh yeah. So where Trump was in attendance, still claiming that he has ended 8 wars. And also, did you see the picture of him falling asleep and snoring during the board of peace? And I also find it interesting that
Israel didn't show up. What does that tell you? You can't very well have it if the Israelis don't show up, if the Egyptian, if the people that she's back. Yeah. If the people that it involves aren't there, then come on, man.
You know what else I think is revealing? That a lot of the reporters are referring to board of peace as, quote, board of peace, end quote. They put it in quotation marks, like they're not even taking it seriously.
Right.
I'm
sorry. No, you go ahead, please. Go.
Okay. Well, the Epstein files leaked from Europe bring down Trump. I think so. I was
Yeah,
thinking about that today.
I think that they could very well arrest him if we, at this
Yeah.
point because of those police reports that got filed. He did that with Europe, citizens from Europe, from the EU. Damn fool.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who it was. There
What
was
an idiot. What an idiot. Not just him, but all of his friends. What they think that Europe was just going to let them do this?
yeah.
I mean, God, how crazy can you get? That is a level of insanity that I can't even begin to wrap my head around.
I know. Well, I saw a thing in the news today. It did not give the name. It just said top European prosecutor drops the bomb. And he said, Americans will hail us as liberators the moment our subpoenas rip open every Trump Epstein email and bank record and expose Trump's central filthy role in the sex trafficking and money laundering nightmare.
I think that they're building a case to arrest him.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
That's what I think.
Good.
Well, wow. I'm excited about this next part of our show. As many of you know, we've been very curious about this time because on February 17th, we hailed Chinese New Year's, and it is the year of the fire horse, which of course nicely corresponds with the Knight of Wands in the Tarot, if you're curious. But it is an exciting time to be alive, and also a lot of crazy things going on astrologically, not just for Trump, who was one of the main people I wanted to look at for this year, but also for Andrew, formerly known as Prince. So without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to Joyce Pietras. Joyce, are you with us? Joyce, can you hear us? Oh, can she hear us?
Joyce, can you hear us?
We're always having challenges with those mics.
No.
Oh, where's our girl? Can she hear us? I think
Joyce.
She's lost us.
Joyce, are you there?
Oh, looks like we lost her again. Oh, well.
We'll see.
Where is she? She's somewhere unusual, isn't she? Isn't Joyce
in Iowa?
Because I know she has had some challenges. What's the story with Iowa? They seem to have some challenges with that. Are they just so isolated that they don't have the same?
Well, they are isolated there. I know Joyce said that she got the best internet coverage she was able to get in the area, but they still don't have fiber optics available where she is. Any luck reaching her?
Well, I'm not trying to reach her. I don't have her.
Yeah.
Here she is again. She's connected, but I don't have a visual on her, so I can't bring her in. Oh, there she is. Okay, let's try again.
Okay, let's try.
All right. Hi, Joyce. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Hi,
Can hear you?
Finally.
Oh, you sound great.
Good.
Okay, good. Well,
so yeah, what's going on with you? We were just talking. We said we need a resident astrologer to help us out with 2026. We wanted to have you on sooner. We're so glad you could be here. And it looks like the metal rat has melted. Mr. Andrew is going down with that fire horse. Is there anything you would want to say to the audience who's worried about 2026 or what's going on? Or how are you doing, Joyce? Thanks for being here.
Yeah, he's a metal rat. That's what
He's a metal rat, and today was his birthday. Today was his 66th birthday. Okay. I can hear you.
Today is his birthday, and his sun is at 0 degrees, 0 minutes.
What does that mean, though?
What does that mean, Joyce?
Of Pisces.
Yeah.
Oh, we're losing sound again on her. Oh, she froze.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, we're losing you again, Joyce. We're losing you again.
We're having a storm.
Oh, that's right. You guys had that massive storm.
Yeah, that's probably affecting your internet.
I don't know if that has anything.
It probably is.
Yeah. Okay, Joyce.
But I am hardwired into the internet.
Yeah. And I bet
just
it's the storm affecting that. But
checked my connection.
Yeah. Okay. So, I was very intrigued by that, the fact that Andrew is a metal rat. born in 1960, 66 years ago today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my God.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I mean, his whole world just appears like it's collapsing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Joyce, unfortunately, we
no.
still didn't get the sound. Yeah, you're breaking up again. So we're unfortunately. Oh, you look good now. I mean, like the
Yeah,
sound
you
is
look good.
just not stable, and it's unfortunate.
It could be just the
Can you
storm.
hear us, Joyce? Can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, we
Yes.
can hear you
I'll
good.
go
Yeah.
fast.
Okay. So tell us about Andrew.
Yes. Yes, yes, I can. Well, let me say that he has a sense of, right now, he feels a sense of destiny. And he has Chiron in the 7th house. This means is, think of people like this. Other people that you would know that have that same aspect as Janis Joplin,
Uh-huh.
Bob Dylan,
Really?
Fidel Castro, and this brings. He also has Chiron square his moon, which is he has difficulty with his relationships, and his relationships are very intense. His Chiron is in the 1st, and he has a tendency to demand independence in such a way that it impedes your freedom and becomes his limitation.
That's
Interesting. Interesting.
He has Chiron square his Uranus, and he has deep emotional wounds that are resurfacing, triggers of insecurity, shame, envy, and revenge. So he's had quite a day. He's had quite a day, and this will probably be relieved somewhere in March.
Do you think he's going to jail? Do you think
some of these things they won't all be aspecting him, but
do you think he's going to prison? Do you think he's going to prison?
do I think he's going to jail? God, he could be.
Seriously?
Yeah, I
Well,
think
right now they've let him out of jail.
Yeah.
And
they held him for 11 hours.
Shame, and he feels insecure, and he feels mad. He's mad. He's angry. Why? I think you're right.
Well, he's going to have to. Yeah.
He feels, why me?
That's what you
said.
Why
me when all these other people were doing it? Why?
Yeah.
I think
exactly.
that
you've got it right on there.
Well, he's going to have to do
what
Maxwell does. Yeah. He's going to have to make a deal and name names to avoid longer prison sentence.
Yeah. But Joyce, do you definitely see him being incarcerated, being detained? Wow. Yeah, I could see them using
him, from his duties, and he has those relationships are.
Yeah, I could see them using Andrew as an example. String him up as an example for others. So I think they're going to be particularly strict with him. But someone was saying it's going to be next to impossible for him to get a fair trial because of the public sentiment toward him.
Yeah, that's true. That's a really good point, that he wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was interesting when I looked at it psychically, I just felt so bad for his family. I feel so bad for his family because when I went into the remote, I felt like, as Eugenia and Beatrice, like, you lied to us. We 100% believed our father when he said it was all lies, and we stood by him and we defended him ruthlessly. And now, who are we? Now we look like fools. Now you brought this into my life. That's how I feel as his children.
Yeah. We haven't even looked into Sarah Ferguson, if she's going to get brought into this as well.
Well, yes, I don't know if you can hear me, but
we can hear you right now.
Go ahead, please.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got stuff going on, and the 8th house, he's got his son in the 8th house, which is it's an intense place to be to have your son. So that's going to be really.
Yeah. What does that mean, his son in his 8th house specifically?
So he's very demanding. He's been demanding all his life. He was a difficult child, and he's a difficult adult, and he doesn't quite get it. He does feel shame.
I got that card earlier.
He does feel that.
Yeah. Well, he has good reason to be. That did you see that photograph of him that was released after he'd been held for 11 hours? He just looked traumatized.
He was. Yeah, he looked mad. He looked like,
Well, yeah, he's like an overgrown child.
How dare they do that to me?
Yeah. I was even thinking.
He hasn't grown up.
Yeah. I mean, this is even going to reflect badly on the Queen. She's going to be looked upon now for having enabled him most of his life. She was bailing him out financially. She spoiled him rotten as a kid, giving him this entitled attitude. Yeah. Well.
Yes.
Did you find anything else, Joyce?
And it didn't serve it. Well, Andrew. Andrew he's a kind of a strange dude.
Yeah. That's for certain.
With Uranus in the first house.
Yeah.
But it's in conjunct his Mercury.
And which
means it's in conjunct his Mercury, which is Mercury. Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. So Mercury is your thought process, how you speak and write, and form your ideas, and
how you publicly communicate.
Uranus is the higher octave. So there's two sides, of course, to everything.
I just got a storm notice on StreamYard that people are getting knocked out in the storm.
They're in conjunct.
That could be what's going on.
They don't follow each other. So I don't think that he has that aspect. It's not an aspect of genius for him. It's an aspect of delusion and insecurity.
Do you think that he will ever have a come?
What else would you like to know?
Will he ever have a come to Jesus moment where he actually says, "Oh my God," and turns to a spiritual life and does some spiritual work on himself, or is this it? This is the best we can hope for.
Good question. Good question. No, I think that this is his come to Jesus moment. He can choose. He can choose to change his ways. This is an opportunity for him. If he can see it as an opportunity, if he can get over those other feelings, he could. This is his moment. And that's one of the things is he's got his solar return, and it happened the day before his birthday. His solar return, his sun was at that degree.
Really?
Yeah, the day before his birthday. And
could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, that's when things started. They probably decided they would go pick him up. Yeah, well,
when one solar return,
the fact that his the solar return. Well,
I mean, for Andrew,
your solar return is the this when your sun returns to the exact degree of when you were born. You draw a chart for that.
So it looks like it's just the two of us right now.
I'm going to go ahead and get off stage and see if that gives her a little juice. I'm going to give you a little more juice.
Okay. How is this working? Okay, now keep talking, Joyce, please.
Are you there? Can you hear?
I can hear you. Whimsy went off, so we can hopefully give you a little more power, a little more bandwidth. Can you see me okay? Can you see me, Joyce?
I don't.
Can you hear me, Joyce?
Okay. Okay.
That's a strong storm you've got right there. But no, I was just curious because it's his solar return, and this happened on the day of that. Or
we're going to have rain and then snow. Yeah, it's going to snow about 5 inches.
Yeah. No, I was
So
talking about
anyway, back to
yeah.
this. Yeah, so he had his
Uh-huh.
solar return the day before his birthday. That's when it occurred, his solar
Mhm.
return. And yeah, so sometimes it's the day after your birthday, sometimes it's on your birthday, sometimes
Yeah.
it just depends how things are how the universe is working.
Yeah.
For
Can a
him, it was
solar
the day before this year.
can a solar return be dramatically life-changing?
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering,
It's
because I got that card, new life, and I said this does not feel positive to me. It just feels like a new life. And it's interesting you said that about the solar return, and you said it happened yesterday. And
right.
of course, they were probably planning this yesterday. And some of us got the news like 2, 3 o'clock this morning. It was 8 a.m. over there when it happened. I think I was sort of semi-awake, and I looked at my phone. I saw a news bulletin pop up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So anyway,
it would,
yeah, he's he's got a chart that he
yeah. Oh no, Joyce, you
I'm
froze up.
back.
You're back? Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine now. Yeah, it was freezing up a little
Okay.
there.
So yeah, has uh he has Jupiter in the fifth,
Yeah, and
and it's in
now,
the
if I may
grand
ask, does
trine
Jupiter
with his
expand that?
midheaven and his Uranus.
Mhm.
So he likes to do a lot of things. He likes to do a lot of strange things.
By that, immoral things,
Is
kinky
his
things,
his
yeah,
role his
yeah.
Joyce, with the
your
time we have
midheaven
left,
is the top of your chart, and
can we
that
yeah.
it's before it leads into the 10th
With the time we have
house.
left, is it
In the 10th
possible
house, your profession, even if it's in,
can we do
it's kind of
yeah. Can we
an
do
infamous kind of thing. Oh, here comes Whimsy.
yeah. Hi.
Yeah.
Can we do
He has
can we
Pluto
do
in a lot of oppositions. He's got a lot of squares. He's got a T square. He's got a lot. He's a very complex character.
Yeah.
can we do
And
Donald
we're
Trump
seeing the
next?
bad side of it right now.
Yeah. Can we do Donald Trump? Did you do a chart for
Donald
Donald Trump?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I have
Donald Trump.
I have Donald Trump.
What have you got on
I have JD
Donald
Vance
Trump?
I did JD Vance too. I did Sarah Ferguson as well.
Oh my God.
He would really like yeah.
Yeah. What do you
And
see for Donald Trump immediately?
oh, Donald Trump. I have to make sure I have the right chart. Here's Andrew.
Okay. They might be interchangeable at this point. It would be interesting to see the parallel between them.
Where's Donald Trump?
Yeah. Well, or you said you did Sarah Ferguson?
Okay. Well, I know I have Donald Trump.
Yeah. And you said you did Sarah Ferguson. That might be interesting if you can't find Donald Trump, because I'd be curious to see what's going to be happening.
I did Sarah Ferguson. Sarah Ferguson is an interesting person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It sounds like they're a matched pair, Hello? What did you find on Sarah Ferguson?
Sarah Ferguson has a grand trine in her chart between Saturn.
Uh-huh. Okay, Joyce, it froze up there.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry. We're
Whimsy,
gonna
we'll
have
start.
to. Okay, so we're gonna have
Yeah,
to move on because
we'll have
we're
to move on. We're having
frozen.
technical.
It's not her fault. There's a
No.
major. By the way, we just got a storm warning that went over the top of this. And we got kicked out of one of our streams. We got kicked out of X because of the storm. So
Oh, I
it's
thought
not
you.
Joy. It's not Joyce's fault, but I don't
Okay.
think we can continue because
Yeah, it's
yeah.
better to move on. We'll.
Boy, she's having really bad luck with these interviews.
I know, but you know
But
that's why when she couldn't find the Donald Trump, I said, "Well, what about Sarah Ferguson? Because that certainly is pertinent right now."
yeah. Well, I think the takeaway is that kind of what she'd said, that this is somebody who doesn't take any responsibility. He's an odd person. Look, anybody who has 72 teddy bears is going to be considered a pretty odd person.
72 teddy bears, and he has a butler whose job is to arrange the teddy bears into a perfect pyramid on top of his bed each morning.
Yes.
And
Now,
the Queen used to give him teddy bears.
yeah, so Zorro Ranch is in the news again. I don't know if anyone has heard about what's going on at Zorro Ranch. It looks like they now want to bring in cadaver dogs to see because there are rumors that people may have died. What do you think about that?
That's horrific. I hadn't heard that, Whimsy.
Yeah, and they're talking about turning it into a children's camp, and people are like, "You want to turn that into a children's camp?" But in a way, I don't know. What could you do with that land?
The first thing that comes to mind is a major exorcism.
Right.
Have priests come in with holy water and bless it and sage it, and oh my God, I just think the energy in that land.
Right. Yeah, so terrible.
I wouldn't want to bring children there.
Yeah. So let's try and get into these questions regarding the issue of the fact that Europeans, evidently women who are part of the EU, have claimed to have been sexually assaulted by Trump and Epstein. Do you think that Europe is moving towards charges against Trump?
It's certainly looking that way. I read that comment from that. It just said top European prosecutor. It wouldn't give a name, but it certainly sounds like they're leaning heavily in that direction. And I even factor in, I'm not saying that NATO is necessarily involved in this, but we've gotten that, if you don't do something about that president, we're going to do it for you. And it seems to be the attitude with Europe in general. They're watching us in horror right now, just in horror. And I don't think they're going to stand back and let themselves be taken down the tubes as it appears it's happening right now.
It's terrifying. I mean, my God, it's literally like Europe took control of our country, of our crazy president, and said, we will frickin' this.
Yeah.
What's he going to do? Stay in the United States? He can't do any foreign trips because they're going to nab him and drag him off to Bedlam? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, it used to be if you were a convicted felon, you weren't allowed to travel to other countries.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, 34 felony convictions. How did he get waivers? I guess being the president, but they could certainly instigate that. All these charges. I mean, they are really looking for things. They're looking through the emails. They're looking through the bank records. Because I think they see Trump as a danger to the entire world, and it's ironic. We have been the superpower. I can't believe
this is happening. I'm so grateful at the same time.
Yeah, we've been the superpower for the last 80 years. It's looking like Europe may be the new superpower.
I hope so.
It's certainly looking that way.
Let's go ahead and throw cards and see if Europe is moving towards charges against Trump. I think they are. Mm-hmm. I've just heard energetically, the House of Trump has fallen. The House of Trump has fallen.
You just heard that.
The sun is coming up over the situation. So the sun stands with Europe. They will sanitize, expose the whole damn thing. So the whole damn thing is coming out. And the response is the House of Trump has fallen. They're going to shake your pants until everything comes out of those pants. Right? Shake, right? And then the higher ethos, what the hell do we stand for anyway? And we did it for the good of the nation. So the alliance between the United States and Europe will mend but they did what was necessary to remove this man from office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got
That's what I
something
see.
like that myself here. Leadership obviously is referring to the president, but I take this to also mean the leadership of the European nations, the community, the people. They're going to bring truth and light to the surface, and it's death. It's over. It's over for him. It's over. And I don't think this is something we even saw, even in readings over the past few months, how powerful Europe could be playing a role in the end of Donald Trump. It's looking more and more like that.
Do you think that Trump will go down in history as a traitor?
I hope so. If there's any justice, he should go down as a traitor. He should go down history, the worst president ever. He should probably go down as the biggest con man, grifter in the history of the world.
Yeah.
From Joel Tilson, explosions in Iran and demonstrations still ongoing. Will Iran's regime flee?
I would if I were them, because tyrants,
yeah.
now is the time that the tyrants fall.
Yeah.
Phase 4 and this is a joke, this Board of Peace crap. It's a freaking joke. Because the people, it doesn't involve any of the people that are rebuilding Gaza.
No.
I mean, maybe Bahrain. I mean, there are some. Look, it should. I'm very upset about Putin, because Putin wants into the Abraham Accords and that new trade route. So, what the hell is he doing on this board when specifically it was pointed out that he cannot be on that board? So he did the exact opposite of what the data said to do, and Israel is not showing up. So it's just, the whole thing is stupid. Okay, let's get what's going on in Iran. Let's throw some cards on Iran. Well, there isn't going to be in Iran. They think that they're in charge. They don't want to dismantle nuclear. They don't do this. Great, then you can say goodbye to your government.
Interesting, because the first card I got, I don't want to interrupt you, Whimsy, but I got one card, and I don't even know if I need to pull more, because loss. When I asked the question, loss. But I should let you elaborate. I could pull more cards, but I think that says it right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's the end, and the enemy is strong. They're so wrapped up in the delusion of their cult of sycophants that they seriously are shocked and confused by the animosity of the rest of the world. And the family of Iran united, so that would indicate that those people that are in exile, the dissidents, etc., will be allowed to come home, because it's a unity of the family. So yeah, I think it's only a matter of time. They know that they're on thin ice. Nobody can support that government. Nobody supports that government. Yeah, go ahead, Chuck.
Is Xi? That's
Xi.
Xi. Is President Xi of China still hiding from the military? It's a good question.
I feel like the military is afraid of him, but it's weird because his own father did prison for betraying the Chinese government. So you would think, I don't know.
President Xi's still hiding.
Yeah, his father did time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, I did pendulum. It's interesting, what you said prior, because I didn't get a yes or no. It was very much a maybe. Like, it's kind of wishy-washy on that. It's nothing as definite as he's actually hiding from the military. And what did you say? You said you felt it was more like the military hiding from him or something. I forget what you said.
Well, he's been known to get rid of his rivals. And so I think for that reason, people are afraid of Xi.
Yeah, that's it, because I wasn't getting he was actually hiding. I didn't even try on cards here.
I have war happening in the cabinet and some other person sitting in the wings. But what's interesting is they want less fighting. There's a feeling here that he's creating too much tension abroad. All this fight, there's been nothing but trouble the last few years with him because he will be betrayed. you have a 10 of swords as his final outcome, and that would indicate that there's a real possibility that they themselves feel like they've had enough of she. They want to, human nature is that people want to do something different. And the Chinese are just like the Americans. After 4 or 5 years, they're done and they want to try something different. It's just human nature.
Yeah. It's so interesting because, you know, I just relied more on the pendulum than anything. But the first card I got, competition. You know,
Yeah.
like a tug of war going on, infighting inside over business and priorities. And I was trying to find a card that was conclusive. And this popped out, shadow.
Oh, yeah. Shadow government. Yeah. That's what it looks like. So you have these two governments that are competing. You have the one that everybody knows about, and then the shadow, which is the rebels. But they have to be very careful because he's killed a lot of the shadow government. So, yeah, it's interesting. But they're still there, clearly. So there is this kind of internal tension that's going on between the two groups.
Yeah.
All right, let's try one more time with Joyce and see if we can get some information from her about President Trump for 2026. All right, let's try one more time with Joyce and see if we can get her about. All right, President Trump for. We got that echo happening. All right, let's try. All right, maybe not. Okay, she's going to put those back in. Let's see if we can get.
We're going to keep trying. At least we'll keep the.
I know it's always something with the sound.
I'm going to show is that the only thing that's holding on, that makes Trump holding on.
Okay, now Joyce, hello. Can you hear me? Okay. Now, did you find anything on Trump that you can share with us?
26% that like him or whatever it is that he's got the fixed star. He has the fixed star Regulus right on his as being regal. The king.
So you said the fixed star, he sees himself regal, like he's a king.
Can you?
Yeah. Well, no, it's just me by myself. Where did my lady friends go? Whimsy? Joyce?
I think what we should do with Joyce is maybe have her call in and just put it up to the microphone because the sound is
that may be
bad.
A very good idea.
We're not going to be able. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
it's just
we tried. It's not Joyce's fault. It's just all the technical stuff.
The technical, the sound, and everything that's going on with the storm. A lot of people are in the middle of this storm. Evidently, there's another cyclops that's hitting.
Yeah, and we've been getting a lot of rainstorms out here in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 3 storms this week. Now, most of you out there may think that's no big deal, but here in Southern California, that's fairly uncommon. You know, remember Whimsy, where we'd have like 9-10 months of summer, and then we get all of our rain at once. That's what we're doing now. Yeah. Well,
so private chat. So I have a private chat here, and if you ever need to communicate with me, if you look to your right, Chuck, it says private chat.
Okay, private chat. I'm looking to the right here, and I'm trying to see. I don't see it, Whimsy. Oh, wait, I found it. Okay. Okay. So now I know where private chat is. Duh. Okay. But maybe that's an idea. Just have Joyce do audio.
Yeah, like one of these days we should have her on for that.
Try that. I'm wondering if even we could experiment with pre-recording something. And we'd have
maybe, but I think it's just she's in a remote area that just does not have good communication, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, because she's such a good astrologer.
I know. We need to have her on when we can actually hear her. Did you have fun today, Chuck? Did you have
fun today? I just wish we could have had more Joyce, but we'll see what we can do in the future. But that was just interesting.
Until we get that sound taken care of.
What he said about his fixed star and how he sees himself as a king or regal. Well, that sounds on target. I had one psychic once say to me that he was the actual reincarnation of a king. And that's part of his fixation with having all the gold around him. Like he's trying to turn the White House into a palace.
So did you get the impression Jill wanted to know that he would or wouldn't wind up arrested? I mean, yes, they are moving towards, I think it's obvious. He sexually assaulted European women in those pageants. They've started to come forward. They're clearly building a case. The guy, I don't think he's going to be arrested. I think like Putin, he can't go to Europe. Putin is also facing arrest in Europe.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because just before you said that, I was here at the Pendulum asking that very question, and it went to no. I got a big no about him being arrested.
Mm-hmm. How long do you think the Crown's known about? I think from the very beginning they were having parties at Balmoral, and nobody cared whatsoever.
Of course, I think there's all kinds of dirt in the royal family people have known about. They used to be very good at keeping it suppressed, but we're in a world right now where that's impossible. Those days are gone forever. Will King Charles step back because of his health, and will Prince William become regent? Is that the correct way of saying it?
Let's take a look. I think so. I think in the next couple of years, definitely. I think sooner rather than later, because you all participated. You knew what was happening by knowing it's going on and saying nothing is also participating.
Well, something I just asked the Pendulum, got a definite yes on that. And also, it's a very dignified, graceful way for Charles to step aside. I think he just, at his age, he doesn't want to be king. I think it's too much pressure for him. Remember that day the cameras were rolling and caught him when he was meeting the prime minister? He said, "You don't know how much I have dreaded this day happening." I think at his age and his health is failing, he just wants to be left alone. He'd like to turn it over to William. His health is the perfect excuse to do so. And remember that channeled reading I had from Queen Elizabeth a few weeks ago, where she basically was saying that about Charles's, I wish I had it in front of me right now, but she was saying Charles's health is weakening. And she was even saying he was going to have to step aside for William.
Yeah, so you have this thing that has happened to him. So you've got the devil right over him, and you have this delusion, and it's like they're shell shocked that it has come to this. I tell you, people live in their own fantasy world. They live in their own fantasy world, and they tell themselves that things are okay that are clearly not okay. But you have this just complete delusion over it.
Yeah.
Over the issue. Look at this: death and hanging it up.
Yeah.
So yes, he's going to be. Yeah, it will cost him the crown. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got to keep in mind, this is a man who has his shoelaces ironed. I've heard things where he doesn't even know how to tie his own shoes. He has a butler squeeze the toothpaste out of his tube. You can't have more sheltered people than this, and it's all collapsing on them right now. The only two cards I got is with the royal family, and what's going to happen is truth. Truth is just, it's coming up. It's like the genie out of the bottle. You can't push it back in. It's out. The truth is coming out. And this is the card that made me shudder a little bit. And keep in mind, this does not mean physical death necessarily, but like an end, because I got death. I think I see Charles's monarchy ending. It's going to go to William. And we've even said there may not be that much left for William. William's going to have a lot of work ahead of him if he's going to save the royal family. I think Charles is just too tired, too sick, too tired.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even know how severe his health issues actually are.
I'll read it. Epstein and his partners were trafficking European girls for modeling jobs and then handing them out like candy. Was this why Melania entered the U.S.? So it goes back to that whole idea that these were citizens of Europe.
Mm-hmm. It seems like I did read something somewhere that Melania had a connection to this. Remember, she was a soft-core porn actress. She did a lot of nude modeling. Did she ever do legitimate modeling?
No.
No. But, supposedly that's how Trump met her.
Be best, my English best, be best.
Mm-hmm. Oh, doesn't she claim
somebody was attacking languages? That I'm being prejudiced by doing foreign accents. So I can only do American accents. So I can only do Trump. because Trump has an American. I can't do Deepak. I'm going to need a lawyer, Chopra.
Someday
I'm going to need a lawyer.
we should have you do Lindsey Graham and Trump. You should do a
And
dual.
Lindsay's got a Southern accent. You're being. I had someone say you shouldn't make fun of Southerners. Come on, if that's the way the guy talks. Yeah, you know.
I know.
I do Monty Python, and people tell me I'm making fun of the British. But I do my Monty Python. Yes. You got to be able to. If you're just imitating the person that got caught, you're not making sweeping statements about every Brit, every American. Just because you make fun of Donald Trump doesn't mean you're attacking everybody who has an American accent. I mean, that's silly, folks. You know, come on.
Exactly.
Just because we're imitating Deepak going to need a lawyer, Chopra, and his hypocrisy. That's what people are making fun of. Not stereotyping people.
Have you ever gone to the theater in London in the West End? Because there are a lot of Broadway productions that go to London and they hire British actors to do American roles. And I have heard some of the most atrocious attempts at American accents. You know,
right.
British who can't do it. It's almost laughable.
Well, that's also, you know, the theater is not a British accent, but people thought that it was very posh and very English, but it wasn't. It was in Atlanta.
Middle Atlantic.
Mid-Atlantic, and it's the wealthy aristocrats that took Connecticut and Maine, and
it's what used to be used in Hollywood films of the 1930s. They called it the Mid-Atlantic accent, where it was sort of a hybrid of American and British, but yet it wasn't really from any region of the world. Yeah,
but I heard it got popular because simply for linguistics coaches, because you could hear it at the back of you could hear the syllables at the back of the last person in the row if you were in 1,000 seats theater or so everything was crisp. And so people learned to talk like that and to have those tones, because it was just a way of enunciating so that everybody so that everybody in the audience could hear you. And so you were like this and that. And so it became its own accent. And then people thought it was British, but it was really a mixture of trying to sound upper crust while also trying to make sure that everything was enunciated enough so that the person in the back row could understand you. And I think that's the theater. That's the theater accent, right?
You're right. And then it found its way into early Hollywood sound movies, and
where it no longer mattered.
No.
Because you can hear me just fine.
That's why you had Constance Bennett and Katharine Hepburn and Carole Lombard, you know.
You're making fun of old film stars, Whimsy. Stop that.
Your Julie Andrews is coming out, Whimsy.
Don't pick on old film stars. All right.
Okay.
What will happen with Princess Eugenia and Beatrice? I just feel bad for them. What do you think?
I feel bad for them too, and I think we even touched upon that earlier. There's, you know, I was even feeling today the tremendous shame and betrayal, because as you said it very well, they stood loyally by their father. They trusted him. They defended him.
The anger, like we stuck up. We believed you. Look what you've done to me. Look what you've done to our family. You've destroyed my life. I mean, that's how I feel as the child.
Yeah. Oh,
how can I go and face my friends and family now after I vehemently defended you?
And this is literally in front of the entire world.
God, these poor children.
This is so shameful, and it's through no fault of their own. There's even been talk, I don't know if it's true or not, that they might have to relinquish their titles as princesses. I don't know if that's true.
Confusion. I just don't understand why you did this to me. They are cutting off their relationship with their father. It's really bad. It's bad, Chuck. It's bad.
Well, you know, I'm still pulling here, but I'm going to go with just what I have here. I I think they were extremely devoted to him. The devotion card came up, but I also got the loss card right after that. So I think that ties in with what you just said, loss of the devotion. But they were extremely devoted. And I think right now these two women, they've had a serious blow to their own self-esteem, and now they're in their own survival mode right now, trying to figure out what to do. I get this feeling like they're in such grief and shock that they're paralyzed in place right now. Like, where do we go from here? What do we do? But it's very much survival of and their self-esteem has taken a huge blow. And that's just what I got from the few cards I pulled.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you were finding.
Yeah, this is the girls, and it's the karmic wheel, the end. The whole world is watching death of the relationship. I feel bad for them, but it's not looking good. Yeah. I don't know if I could. I don't think I could have a relationship with my father if I found out that he'd been lying to me and he'd been molesting kids. I'm sorry. I no longer have a family. At that point, I feel so sorry for these girls.
I think many people would feel that way.
Oh my God, I feel so bad. Okay, this is coming in from
Sabrina.
Facebook.
I feel Charles hates Andrew for the situation and more. That is why he was kicked out of St. James Palace. Well, I talked about this earlier in the show. I had done my own reading, and apparently there's been a lot of jealousy between Charles and Andrew going way back because, Charles was fairly much neglected by his mother. His mother was Princess Elizabeth, and she was having to take over a lot of her father's duties at the time. And then she became queen when he was about 3 years old. So he was raised basically by nannies and servants, where Andrew was the apple of his mother's eye. He was doted on and spoiled rotten from the beginning. And I think Charles has always resented that. So I think that planted some seeds right there.
Yeah.
Geocosmic Valentine. That eclipse on the royal star hit the royals like a nuclear bomb. Yeah.
Maybe we can have Geocosmic Valentine on here too. She's also an astrologer. I'd like
to
get her opinion.
Love that very much.
Geocosmic, can you send me an email? Maybe would you be open to being interviewed? Maybe
please.
Yeah, because I'd like to have more astrologers on.
Absolutely. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No issue.
Shanty Rose. Princess Anne was asking Charles to be easier on Andrew.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that either. And given how strict she is about these things, I'd be surprised that she would be talking like that, because she's the strictest of all when it comes to clean your act up.
Yes. Yeah.
And she's the one that believes the least in all of that royal crap.
Mm-hmm. Which I think ironically would have made her the best suited to take over the monarchy.
He didn't say any racist things, but he treated her in a racist manner. He didn't want her touching him when she went to hug him. He expected a certain decorum, that she was an inferior. She was not a member of the royal family, and she shouldn't be touching him.
Yeah.
So he was raised that you don't touch him. You don't put your hands on him. Only anyone close to his family. So he has that. And look, I don't entirely blame William, because when you are that high profile, you can't have everybody running up touching you. For all you know, they could have a knife or something.
Exactly.
So really strict protocol about who comes near you, who touches you. And it's like only certain people get to touch him. And so I think that just freaked him out when she had her hands all over him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there were cultural aspects, I think, that you have to take into consideration,
Yeah, but it still surprises me.
Oh, thank you, Colleen.
How Diana raised her two boys. And I'm surprised how William turned out. But I guess the royal family, their intervention in raising him.
See, Diane was hugging everybody. She believed in the power. That's what she said in her speech about HIV, the power of a good hug.
Yes.
By all means, give them a hug. They need it.
Yeah.
They've been through so much.
That's right.
So she believed in that. Absolutely.
Very much so.
Well, Chuck, did you have a good time today?
I had a good time. I am sorry about the technical difficulties and everything.
I really want to have Joyce here. And
I do too. I love Joyce, but we'll keep trying here. But I think we had a good time. We had a good time, and good with everybody out there. And I've been having wonderful conversations with several of you on the phone because you're Whimsy's clients and all. And it's just great to feel this family community we have. all of us light workers working together here.
And of course, we had so many. I'm looking through all the comments, and unfortunately, we were not able to get to even a tenth of the comments.
Yeah,
we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments. So, Chuck, if people want to have a tarot reading with you, or they want to hire you as a artist, how would they reach you?
Well, they would just, my name right there. It's Dransfield Chuck, one word, @gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Read for you, make art for you. It's always my honor and my privilege. And also, I have my own channel, Chuck's Captivating Chronicles, and a little talk thing on Mondays, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, Chuck's Captivating Chat. Love for you to join me.
Yeah, and of course, I am your favorite Whimsy, the Oracle of Whimsy, Dr. Whimsy Anderson. If you need a medical intuitive treatment, you need to have a schedule with me. You can find all that information through Booksy, Dr. Whimsy Anderson, also tarot readings, Vedic astrology, all of that good stuff. I guess we're out of here. Be kind to all so that all will be kind to you too. God bless. Peace out. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the stream.
Please do.
We're close to 100,000.
We're getting very close, aren't we, Whimsy? How close are we?
About 4,500 away.
Oh, we got to make this happen.
We're gonna have a huge.
We're gonna do it.
Happens. It's so close. I'm thinking like in the next, hopefully less than 6 months.
Hey, we will have a party on the air. Hey, let's have tacos for real on Taco
I
Tuesday.
think that we need to raise money and take a trip to Paris or something. That's what I'm.
Something, yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thank
Bye.
you. We love you. See you next week.